Welcome, everybody, yet another episode of the Wrestling vs. the World podcast. If you're enjoying your day, sweet. If not, then what the hell ever. So, by the time I'm recording this, I'm seeing that some people may be understanding and seeing for themselves on Twitter why I don't respect Sean Morley, or you may know him by his WWE pseudonym as Val Venus. Because let's face it, the guy is an absolute joke of a human being. This guy, I'm even looking through his Twitter account again, because for some reason I'm not blocked yet. I may do so soon enough, but the guy has way too much of an ego of himself for a guy who was simply a mid-carder at best in WWE and then eventually became enhancement talent. If you want to know why, look at his later years after 2004 up until his release in 2008, I believe it was. Or even look at his TNA run and remember how memorable that was, if anybody remembers that whatsoever. But the guy has way too much of a damn ego of himself. He's friggin' transphobe, and I think at one tweet he tried to claim that he's not, but yet I found a tweet of him at one point telling me somebody who has she, they pronouns in their bio to quote-unquote fuck off on Twitter, so that's a pretty transphobic statement. But he goes off on all these rants and everything, he's constantly fixated on transgenderism. He said, he's warning people saying, oh, don't get me started on MJF. You mean the guy who's been world champion many times, at least a handful of times, or however many by this point in AEW? Meanwhile, you never held a world title in WWE? Your gimmick was the fact that you were a guy who is genuinely small down there, and I'll get to that in just a second, who played a guy who was big down there. And you may be wondering, oh, Double Z, how do you know he's small down there? Missy Hyatt exposed him in one of those kayfabe commentary you shoot interviews years back. Because during a segment there, she sat down with Sean Oliver. And I know they got an HD version that I think is behind a paywall here on YouTube, but I got a different version of it, the non-HD version on my computer. She was given a whiteboard. And on there, they have the size of genitals, biggest to smallest, on a whiteboard. And she's given names of all these men she's ever been intimate with. And pretty much put the names based on the closest size that they have of the genitals right there on the whiteboard to the names of the men. So, they'll have names like Ric Flair, they'll have Raven, so on and so forth, and Lionel Poffo, and so on and so forth. And it turns out Sean Morley is way down there on the tiny section. I think there may have been one or two names smaller than him. I know Scott Putski was in there. If you guys don't remember Scott Putski, just watch some stuff around the fall of 97 with WWF in the light heavyweight division. I know his father was Ivan Putski, but that'll give you a reminder of who he is, but she revealed that Sean Morley is far smaller than his character was portrayed on television. So it's just he's even got a tweet here, I'm looking at it straight on there from May 3rd saying, my jockstrap is a bigger draw than Sami Zayn on any given night. And I replied to him saying, Missy Hyatt would have to disagree on that one, huh? And that's not much of a jockstrap there, Mr. Sir. And it's you look at all this stuff that he's constantly just tweeting out and trying to say that he's the best thing ever. I think at one point he tried to say that he delivered the best fisherman suplex in history. No, I think a lot of more people would associate that finisher with Mr. Perfect. Somebody who had a more memorable run in the wrestling business compared to yourself. Oh yeah, and he's tweeting out a lot of stuff involving freaking crypto. Holy shit. I don't know what's gotten into this guy's head. I don't know if it's CTE going on. I know it can't be the weed because I freaking partake in that myself, and even I don't act as crazy or whatever on social media. He's even, on one tweet, he says, yours truly, Val Venus trademark, the Big Balboski trademark, asserts I have the greatest top rope splash in pro wrestling industry has ever seen. Huh? I don't think, no. Your finisher is named the money shot. Okay, your finisher is basically a reference to a climax. But in this case, it's more of a freaking premature ejaculation. It's just he thinks so highly of himself. Oh, I have the best fisherman suplex. No, that goes to freaking Sean Morley, or not Sean Morley, to Mr. Perfect, wholeheartedly. It's just a lot of stuff, we know he hates transgender people. He's constantly tweeting about that. I know he got pissed off at Hang 'em High for buying the domain to his website, username, valvenus.com or whatever it was. And I remember I tweeted at Sean Morley before about this stuff, and he accused me of being in a cult, and, oh, your leader is Hang 'em High. And I'm just what? Between this and MAGA, what's really a freaking cult at this point? It's oh, no, how dare you be supportive of the LGBTQI plus community? It's yeah, I'm going to be supportive of a community that I'm part of, moron. But it's just this guy was never a big shot. Period. Like, it's just freaking sickening. Like, he is just an absolute rambling jackass. Trying to claim, oh, I'm all natural and all that shit. Like, dude, you are nothing special. Did he ever even get a WWF World title shot ever in WWE? Let's face it, like, he started as an adult film star. He had the whole friggin' choppy or PP thing with Kai and Tai and Mr. Yamaguchi or, like, and all that stuff that was going on. Then he turned heel and he had Trish Stratus as his manager and everything. He just changed his hair to being shorter and wearing white tights. It's like, yeah, he became Intercontinental Champion, but he was devoid of a character because it's like, how do you describe him now? And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm part of Right to Censor and I'm against all this smut. It's like, that smut was the only thing you had going for you that got you over in the first place, Mick Carter. And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm back and I'm Valboski again. And then, oh, I'm Chief Morley. And that was short-lived. And then right afterwards, oh, I'm Valboski again. And it's like, you even had... Eventually, he kept that character. He went bald. And then the only time you saw him on TV was either on Raw or friggin' Heat. And he was just jobbing out to everybody. The guy was never a friggin' character, like, they thought positively of. Everything was just dick jokes. They're like, oh, I came again. And all that nonsense. It's like, this guy, like... Hopefully people are seeing now why I have no respect for this guy. And like I said, you look through his tweets and everything about anything he's constantly saying about the LGBTQIA plus community. It's been a long morning, everything, folks. But you hear everything that he's constantly spouting out about that community, especially transgenders. You'll understand why I don't have even a monicule of respect for this piece of trash human being. He's horrible. Plain and simple. So yeah, just... If you, like, this guy is just, like, a complete and utter joke, 100%. I have no reason to respect him. I don't care, like, that he's been in the business or anything. What you also do outside of the business will determine if I respect you, and he's given me absolutely no reason to have any respect for him as a human, period. Period, ever. Again, it's been a long morning, a lot from work going on, but just let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about Sean Morley, aka the Venus? Because again, if I really had respect for this guy, I would have been calling him by his wrestling persona name this entire time instead of his real name, but I have no reason to respect him, ever. So yeah, let me know what you thought in the comment section below about this guy. It's just like... This guy's a complete and utter douche. And let me know what you thought in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast, folks, please remember, leave a like, subscribe to the bell, turn on your YouTube, comment what you thought below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for listening, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, good day, everybody, and screw you, Sean Morley. Podcast episode is better than your TNA run anyway.